All right, hey everybody, welcome back to the eBay shop. My name's Corey.
And I'm Teresa.
And today we're gonna see what sold on eBay and get it pulled and packed so we can get it up to the post office. We're also gonna spill the beans on what we've been kind of running clearance sales for and trying to put money together. We're gonna let you know what we've been doing that for. And we're gonna show you some of the things we picked up recently at a Goodwill. So let's just jump right into it and we'll go pull our first order, which is...
We're just gonna grab all three of them at once, but the very first thing that sold on our list was 3 boxes of football cards, 1988 football cards.
All right, I'm not gonna take the camera with me. I'm just gonna go grab them since there's 3 of them and I'll just bring them back here. So we had all 3 of these go out and I think one of them went out on an offer and one of them went out, or 2 of them went out at full price. So
2 went out at full price of $150 each.
These 2 went to the same person, $150 each, so $300 plus shipping. And then this one was different.
It went out on an offer that was sent out prior and they accepted it, so it went out for $120.
All right, so we got those 3 going out. What's the next thing we gotta grab?
Next is another one of our Department 56. It is the Victorian wrought iron gate and fence pieces. Okay. That was part of our bulk buy.
Looks like that there. Sounds like we gotta pack that up a little bit. There's some rattle around in there, but they're metal, so it shouldn't break.
That we sold for $15.99. Up next is something I don't know if I would recommend anybody pick up. We got them at the bin store. They are Kenmore fridge water filters. We picked up a whole bunch of them, and at the time we picked them up, they looked like a good purchase, but they weren't.
Okay, so there are these here. I think they'll actually sell okay. I do think we will sell them all. I just think they're gonna be really kind of long tail. I think they might take us a couple years to sell them, but I think they will sell. They're not great profit, but they also don't take up much room, so I think we'll come out okay on them.
We won't lose money on them. Oh, by the way, on our tennis shoes that we sold, our clogs that we sold yesterday, or on the last video, we did not lose money. We made like $1.25.
All right, what's next?
Up next is a Play School Transformer Roar Rescue Bumblebee to Raptor.
All right, more toys. We love selling toys. If you take a peek at our eBay store, you see a lot of our eBay store is toys, and that's because we kind of gravitate towards toys. So
it's the children in us.
This little dinosaur bumblebee, and he sold for what?
He sold for $7.50 and we paid $1 for him.
There you go. So not huge profit, but if you sell enough little things like that, it adds up.
Up next is a VTech V-Smile learning system with 2 controllers.
This is another one that's kind of clumsy to carry, so I'm just gonna grab it and bring it back. So I was dropping stuff over there. I dropped the power cord, but everything's fine. I remember picking this up at a little thrift store, like a little local town thrift store. We got a whole bag of VTech stuff, a little portable one, the main console one, a bunch of games.
We paid $10 for it, and I'm pretty sure we'll make about $80 off of it by the time we're done.
Yep. And what'd this one sell for? This is just the main console part.
$22.99.
All right, so what do we got now?
And last thing that we have to pull today is a knob sound subwoofer amp, mini sub.
I know what that is. This is, picked it up at a bin store. I saw it laying in there without a box or anything. This little thing here. Looks brand new. Doesn't look like it's ever been plugged into anything, but it had some weight to it. And it looked interesting enough to grab it. For $1, I'll take the risk on just about anything. So that right there, we got for $1, and it sold for how much?
$18.99.
There you go. All right, what else we got?
That's it.
Oh, all right, so that's it for what's going out today, but we actually picked some stuff up at a local thrift shop. I think both Goodwills, right?
Goodwill and Savers.
We usually don't do well at them. We strike out more often than we come out with anything. It's just really slim pickings at the ones around here. I think because we have such hard, long winters, people really kind of switch their game over to where they're just hitting those thrift shops constantly. So we must have went in at just the right time. We found some kind of cool stuff, some stuff I think we'll make a few bucks on, and we'll take a peek at that quick here. So
the first thing, which was an awesome find, we have a bag that we paid $1.75 for. It looked like it had little G.I. Joe guys in it. Ended up finding 3 G.I. Joe guys in there. They're not worth a lot, but only paying $1.75 for the entire bag, I would say it was pretty good. We have G.I. Joe Ace, which he is broken. His rubber band that holds his legs to his body broke.
Oh, he did break.
But
he wasn't broken when we got him, but his rubber band was worn out.
Yep,
he was real floppy. It looks like the rubber band did finally break, so he's just in pieces, but they will sell, G.I. Joe will sell that way. So what do we list him for?
The Ace Broken, he's listed for about $12.
That $2 toy bag, which was full of stuff you'll see, that pays for 6 of those bags.
Yes.
So we got Ace.
We have Cobra Commander,
That's this guy here.
and he is listed for 10. And then we have G.I. Joe Wetsuit, and he is also listed for 10.
$32 in G.I. Joes out of a $2 grab bag.
Next, the other thing that we got, grab that little guy.
Please.
Those are Tonka Army guys. There are 2 of them in there. One is a medic, one is a truck driver. Those I have listed for 13 bucks.
All right, so there's an additional 13 on that.
Okay, grab just the motorcycle.
And then this little motorcycle was in there. It just looks like a cheap little motorcycle toy.
It is part of Kenner mask, M.A.S.K. And that one is listed for 15 bucks.
And then we had a bunch of these little tiny action figures in there. I don't even know if you call them action figures. They're just little tiny figures.
They move.
They do. For little tiny guys though, they have a lot of articulation. Like their knees bend, their arms
their bellies bend.
They bend at the waist. So they actually have quite a bit of articulation for little tiny guys. And what are these?
They're also part of the mask.
Kenner mask figures.
Yep, they're from, I think, like the 80s, mid 80s. We have Jacques, I don't know, Lafleur for 10 bucks.
I don't know, if you're French, maybe pronounce that for us and let us know.
And then we have Brad Turner, he's the other single pack one. He is actually 17 bucks. And then the other ones didn't comp out for a whole lot individually, so I figured we'd just bundle them up. When in doubt, bundle it. Those ones went for 16 bucks for the 3 of them.
All right, and then we also, in the bag was a bunch of the kind of G.I. Joe parts and guns and...
Some are G.I. Joe, some are, I looked them up last night, I just haven't posted them. Some are G.I. Joe, some are mask, and I can't remember the rest of them.
Those definitely will sell. We just haven't got good comps on them yet. But the little guns and stuff, everything in that bag was pretty much vintage for the most part.
And then we have these little bone figures. They're Imagine X guys. They're from the prehistoric bone tribe.
Creepy looking little dudes.
I haven't posted or made drafts or anything for those ones yet, and I don't remember what they comped out at.
Every one of them was over $2 though.
Yeah, and I think they go as a set, and I think it's like maybe 10 to 12 bucks.
That one turned out to be a really good grab bag for $2. Those ones we got at a Goodwill, right?
Yes.
Yep. At another Goodwill we were at just yesterday, we picked up a couple of little vintage
Ponies.
unicorn ponies. I thought they looked unique and different when I saw them, so I went ahead and grabbed them both. There's that one, then there's this one here. And it turns out they are Princess Guinevere and the Jewel Riders horses.
We have Sunstar and Moondance. That's their names, Sunstar and Moondance.
So we got $1.75, I think, $1.75 in each of these here. And they ended up comping out to what?
Sunstar we listed for 28 bucks, and Moondance we listed for 40 bucks.
Not bad for $3.50.
Oh, we gotta talk about this.
Oh, all right. We didn't know what this was, but it was just cool enough we picked it up. I think we paid almost $7 for this.
$5.59.
$5.59?
With my 20% Savers
Oh, that's right, we had a
discount.
discount. So this was at Savers. Turns out this is Sears and Roebuck bedwetter alarm. This little cord here would hook to a pad on your kid's bed, like a little waterproof pee pad thing that went under their sheets. And if they peed the bed, this alarm would actually go off and probably scare the living hell out of the kid. The lights would go off and there's a buzzer in it. So I haven't tested it yet, but...
And they only made it for 1 year.
Yeah. So at least in 1961, I believe this is from like 1961, the best way to potty train your toddler was to trauma, I guess. We'll let you know if that one sells or we do anything with that. But it was just cool enough we had to pick it up because you just can't find it anywhere. And I think it will sell just because of that. All right, so the last thing we wanted to hit before we close the video out today is what we were selling these things. You know, we put a bunch of stuff on clearance so that we could move them quick and grab the money and bank that up because we're planning on actually attending the Trash to Cash get together in Vegas in April. We know so far that it's April. I believe April 22nd is when it's going to happen in Vegas. They haven't announced a lot about it yet. They haven't even put tickets out yet. But we wanted to make sure we were set up and we had the money to go. But we're resellers, so we're a little bit cheap and we didn't want to pay for it. So we're letting the reselling side pay for it. All the profit that's coming out for, well, until we get what we need to go, which I believe we're probably two-thirds of the way there already, if not more. So we just found out about this a week ago, and I think we're about 2/3 of the way paid for the entire trip. That's what we're doing our clearance and our sales for. So if you're looking for anything, come check out the eBay shop. You may find some good deals right now because of that. And
that's all we got for you.
And that's all we got for you. We'll see you next time.